Breaking news from the Etihad. Manchester City is no longer a football team. They're officially an episode of Grey's Anatomy. Injuries are coming in so fast, even Pep Guardiola's tactical board is asking for medical leave. 1. Rodri, the heart of the crisis. First up, Rodri, City's midfield anchor, their Mr. Reliable, their human metronome, is out for the season with an ACL and meniscus injury. That's right. Guardiola's midfield stability is now held together by prayers, duct tape, and possibly Kyle Walker playing midfield. Who needs balance anyway? Without Rodri, City's midfield is about as stable as Tottenham's title hopes in April. 2. Oscar Bobb, rising star. For a moment. Then there's Oscar Bobb, the young Norwegian sensation who was supposed to be City's secret weapon. Well, he's now City's secret weapon, in a full leg cast, 3 to 4 months out after a training injury. At this point, the grass at City's training ground might be the real MVP, taking down more players than Arsenal's backline. 3. Kevin De Bruyne, the phantom playmaker. Kevin De Bruyne, slowly recovering, but still not match-ready. Every week we hear, he'll be back after the international break. At this rate, he'll be back just in time to retire and coach City's youth academy. City's creativity is like my diet plans, non-existent without him. 4. Jack Grealish, the silent absence. Jack Grealish, still out. No updates, no timelines. It's like he's ghosting the entire club. Rumor has it he's recovering by trying to set a world record for consecutive Instagram stories about his hair. 5. The walking wounded. Walker, Akanji, Ake, and more. Kyle Walker? Back, but barely. He's moving like me after leg day at the gym. Technically functional, but definitely in pain. Akanji and Ake? Both injured, with Akanji playing everywhere except his actual position. Guardiola's tactical sheet is now just a blank page with the words, "Good luck," scribbled on it. 6. Kovacic and the international break curse. And let's not forget Mateo Kovacic. Picked up an injury during international duty, because why not? Nothing screams club commitment like your players breaking down while playing for someone else. Pep's probably lobbying FIFA to rename the international break to the Etihad Injury Lottery. 7. Tactical madness. Pep's genius or desperation. With half the squad in recovery mode, Pep's pulling tactics out of thin air. Akanji as a holding midfielder, Stones as a pseudo-playmaker. At this rate, don't be surprised if Pep turns Ederson into a false 9 just to spice things up. 8. The bigger picture, fans and future. Fans are torn between full-blown panic and blind faith in Pep's genius. One side's tweeting, "We're finished," while the other side's like, "Trust Pep, he'll figure it out." But let's face it, whether City bounces back or crumbles under the weight of this injury crisis, one thing's clear. Guardiola deserves a bonus just for keeping this ship afloat. So, what's next for Manchester City? Will they rise above the chaos, or will this season turn into an extended episode of Injuries Gone Wild? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and send Pep a care package. He's going to need it. Breaking news. Liverpool's king of goals, Mohamed Salah, might just be packing his boots and saying, "Yalla bye" to Anfield. With his contract ticking down to 2025, we're left wondering, is Salah staying? Or is he about to pull the ultimate plot twist and join the Saudi Pro League to swim in literal pools of gold? Time's running out, Liverpool. The man said he's feeling more out than in. And if that doesn't scream, "I'm browsing Zillow for houses in Riyadh," I don't know what does. 1. Contract status. The awkward silence. Here's the situation. Salah's deal ends in June 2025, and guess what? Liverpool hasn't even offered him a new contract yet. It's like forgetting to propose to your partner after a 10-year relationship and wondering why they're downloading dating apps. Honestly, Liverpool, are you trying to save money on paper because the man's putting up stats that make printers run out of ink? 2. On-field excellence, carrying the Reds like a backpack. And while the board is out there thinking it over, Salah's out here doing Salah things, scoring, assisting, and basically carrying Liverpool to the top of the Premier League like he's the team's designated Uber driver. He's got the stats, the trophies, and the hairstyle that makes defenders cry. But apparently that's still not enough for the club to say, you know what? Let's keep this guy. 3. Negotiation. Stalemate, stuck in the middle. Now, negotiations are happening, but they're about as productive as a group chat with 200 members. Salah's agent Rami Abbas says talks are positive. Positive? That's the word you use when you fail an exam but convince yourself, at least I showed up. The real issue? Salary and contract length. Liverpool's like, should we invest in our star player or just hope he doesn't notice we're ghosting him? Spoiler alert, he noticed. 4. External interest. Saudi Arabia's golden camels. Meanwhile, the Saudi Pro League is sitting there with a checkbook the size of Mount Everest, saying, Habibi, come to us. We'll pay you so much, you can retire your entire village. But Salah, oh no, he's all about staying in Europe and flexing his talent at the highest level. Translation: thanks for the offer, but I'm not ready for a league where defenders chase me while taking selfies. 5. Liverpool's dilemma. To pay or not to pay. Here's Liverpool's big problem. They know Salah's worth it, but they're also worried about giving him a long-term deal because, well, he's 32. And in football terms, that's like asking if you should buy a car with 100,000 miles on it. Sure, it still runs great, but how long before the engine starts coughing? Do they pay him the big bucks now and risk him slowing down later, or do they let him go and hope they can replace him? Spoiler alert, they can't replace him. Have you seen their bench lately? 6. Salah's perspective. The calm before the storm. And what does Salah have to say about all this? He's keeping it classy, of course. Publicly, he's all smiles and, I love Liverpool, we're winning trophies. But read between the lines, and it's more like, I love Liverpool, but if you don't pay me soon, I'm booking a one-way ticket to Spain. Professional on the outside, frustrated on the inside. Classic Salah, always delivering, even when the club can't. 7. The verdict. What happens next? So, what's it gonna be, Liverpool? Do you secure the man who's single-handedly keeping your title hopes alive, or do you let him walk and spend the next decade regretting it? The clock's ticking, and the next few months will decide if Salah stays a Liverpool legend or starts the next chapter of his incredible journey somewhere else. Let us know in the comments, should Liverpool pay Salah whatever he wants, or is it time for him to move on? And hey, while you're here, hit that like button and subscribe, because just like Salah's contract, this channel needs your support to keep going.